Do you ever wonder why happiness feels just out of reach? It's a question that many of us ask ourselves, often when we're feeling down or struggling to find joy in our daily lives. We see others smiling and laughing, seemingly without a care in the world, and we can't help but wonder, what's their secret? What are they doing differently? Why does happiness come so easily to them, while for us it remains elusive? In this video, we're going to explore the reasons why you might not be finding the happiness you seek. We'll uncover the common pitfalls that trap us in cycles of dissatisfaction and reveal the hidden barriers that keep us from experiencing true joy. But more than that, we'll also discover practical ways to overcome these obstacles and start building a life filled with genuine happiness and contentment. Let's start by addressing a widespread misconception about happiness, the idea that it's something we can chase and catch, like a butterfly flitting through a summer meadow. Many of us grow up believing that happiness is a destination, a final state we'll reach once we've achieved certain goals or acquired specific things. We think, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll be happy when I find the perfect partner, or I'll be happy when I can afford that dream house. But here's the truth, happiness isn't a finish line. It's not something that happens to us once we've checked off all the items on our life's to-do list. In fact, this very mindset, the belief that happiness is always just around the corner, can be one of the biggest obstacles to experiencing joy in the present moment. When we constantly postpone our happiness, pinning it on future achievements or acquisitions, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to appreciate what we have right now. We become so focused on what's missing or what's next that we fail to notice the beauty and joy that already exists in our lives. This brings us to another crucial point, the difference between external and internal focus when it comes to happiness. Our society often pushes us to seek happiness in external things, material possessions, social status, physical appearance. We're bombarded with messages telling us that if we just buy this product, achieve this look, or reach this level of success, then we'll finally be happy. But true, lasting happiness doesn't come from outside ourselves. It's an internal state, one that's cultivated through our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. When we rely on external factors for our happiness, we put our emotional well-being at the mercy of things we can't always control. A job can be lost, a relationship can end, material possessions can be damaged or stolen. If our happiness is tied to these external factors, it becomes as fragile and unpredictable as they are. Instead, we need to shift our focus inward. This doesn't mean ignoring the world around us or not setting goals for ourselves. Rather, it means recognizing that our internal state, our thoughts, our attitudes, our reactions to life's events, plays a much bigger role in our happiness than any external circumstance. One of the biggest hurdles to this internal focus is the comparison trap. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easier than ever to compare our lives to others. Social media platforms give us a constant stream of carefully curated highlights from other people's lives. We see their best moments, their biggest achievements, their happiest times, and we compare these to our own everyday realities. This constant comparison can make us feel inadequate, like we're always falling short. We may start to believe that everyone else has it better, that they're happier, more successful, more fulfilled than we are. But this perception is often far from the truth. What we see on social media is rarely an accurate representation of someone's full life experience. People tend to share their highs and hide their lows. We're comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. This skewed perspective can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and unhappiness with our own lives, even when there's actually much to be grateful for. Breaking free from this comparison trap is crucial for finding true happiness. It involves recognizing that everyone's path is unique and that happiness looks different for different people. It means focusing on our own growth and progress rather than measuring ourselves against others' perceived success. This leads us to another important aspect of happiness, gratitude. Many of us have a gratitude deficit in our lives. We're so focused on what we lack, what we want, or what we think we need, that we overlook the good things we already have. This constant focus on what's missing can leave us feeling perpetually unsatisfied and unhappy. Cultivating gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about consciously choosing to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they might seem. It's about recognizing that even on our worst days, there are still things to be thankful for: a warm bed to sleep in, food on the table, a kind word from a friend. Practicing gratitude can have a profound impact on our happiness levels. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, from what's wrong to what's right. This shift in perspective can dramatically change how we experience our daily lives. There are simple ways to cultivate thankfulness. You might start a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Or you could make it a habit to mentally list a few things you're thankful for before going to sleep each night. Even just pausing a few times throughout the day to notice and appreciate something positive can make a difference. Another obstacle to happiness that many of us face is perfectionism. While striving for excellence can be a positive trait, perfectionism takes this to an unhealthy extreme. Perfectionists set unrealistically high standards for themselves and others, and they're often harshly critical when these impossible standards aren't met. This constant striving for perfection can be exhausting and demoralizing. It can lead to procrastination, as we put off tasks out of fear that we won't be able to do them perfectly. It can also rob us of the joy of achievement, as we're never satisfied with our efforts, always finding some flaw or area for improvement. Learning to appreciate progress over perfection is key to overcoming this barrier to happiness. It's about recognizing that growth and improvement are more important than flawless execution. It's about celebrating our efforts and learning from our mistakes rather than berating ourselves for not being perfect. This doesn't mean lowering our standards or not trying our best. Instead, it's about setting realistic, achievable goals and recognizing that the journey towards those goals is just as important as reaching them. It's about finding satisfaction in the process of learning and growing, rather than fixating solely on the end result. Another common reason why we might struggle to find happiness is that we're not living in the present moment. Many of us spend a lot of time dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We replay old regrets or anxiously anticipate what might go wrong tomorrow. In doing so, we miss out on the only moment we can actually experience happiness, the present. Living in the past or future comes at a significant cost. When we're caught up in memories or anticipation, we're not fully engaged with our current experiences. We might miss out on the small joys of everyday life, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the taste of a good meal, the sound of a loved one's laughter. These moments of simple pleasure are the building blocks of happiness, but we can only experience them when we're present. There are various techniques for staying grounded in the now. Mindfulness meditation is one powerful tool. It involves intentionally focusing your attention on the present moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Regular practice can help you become more aware of the present and less caught up in past regrets or future worries. Another simple technique is to engage your senses. Take a moment to notice what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel right now. This can quickly bring you back to the present moment when you find your mind wandering. Self-care is another crucial element of happiness that many of us neglect. In our busy lives, taking time for ourselves can feel selfish or unproductive. We might push ourselves to work longer hours, sacrifice sleep to get more done, or skip meals to save time. But this neglect of our basic needs can seriously impact our well-being and happiness. It's important to understand that self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. Just like a car needs regular maintenance to run smoothly, we need to take care of ourselves to function well and feel good. Self-care is about meeting your physical, emotional, and mental needs. It's about recharging your battery so you have the energy to face life's challenges and enjoy its pleasures. Self-care can take many forms. It might involve getting enough sleep, eating nutritious meals, or exercising regularly. It could mean setting aside time for hobbies or activities you enjoy. It might involve practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation. The key is to find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Another obstacle to happiness is our tendency to avoid difficult emotions. In our pursuit of happiness, we often try to push away or ignore negative feelings like sadness, anger, or fear. We might distract ourselves with work or entertainment, or try to numb these feelings with food, alcohol, or other substances. But avoiding difficult emotions doesn't make them go away. Instead, it can lead to a build-up of unresolved feelings that can manifest in various ways: physical tension, anxiety, depression, or outbursts of emotion. Moreover, when we try to suppress negative emotions, we often end up dampening our capacity for positive emotions as well. Learning to process and express our emotions in healthy ways is crucial for overall well-being and happiness. This doesn't mean wallowing in negative feelings, but rather acknowledging them, understanding where they come from, and finding appropriate ways to express them. There are many healthy ways to deal with difficult emotions. Talking to a trusted friend or a therapist can be helpful. Writing in a journal can provide an outlet for expressing and processing feelings. Physical activities like exercise or dance can help release emotional tension. The key is to find methods that work for you and allow you to acknowledge and work through your emotions rather than avoiding them. As we've explored these various obstacles to happiness, you might have noticed a common thread: happiness isn't something that just happens to us. It's not a static state we achieve once and for all. Instead, happiness is more like a skill, something we can learn, practice, and improve over time. This realization can be empowering. It means that no matter where you are in life, no matter what challenges you're facing, you have the ability to increase your happiness. You're not at the mercy of external circumstances or past experiences. You can actively cultivate happiness through your thoughts, attitudes, and actions. The happiness skill set involves several key habits and mindsets. These include practicing gratitude, living in the present moment, taking care of yourself, processing emotions in healthy ways, and focusing on personal growth rather than perfection. It also involves cultivating positive relationships, finding meaning and purpose in your activities, and regularly engaging in things that bring you joy. Developing these skills takes time and practice. It's not about making a complete overnight transformation, but rather about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. It's about creating habits and thought patterns that support your well-being and happiness. So, what can you do right now to start building your happiness skills? Here are some small steps you can take. Start a gratitude practice. Each day, try to identify 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as a good cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. Practice mindfulness. Set aside a few minutes each day to focus on your breath and be present in the moment. You can start with just 1 or 2 minutes and gradually increase the time as you get more comfortable with the practice. Prioritize self-care. Identify one small thing you can do each day to take care of yourself, whether it's going for a short walk, reading a chapter of a book you enjoy, or taking a relaxing bath. Express your emotions. Find a healthy outlet for your feelings, whether it's talking to a friend, writing in a journal, or engaging in a creative activity. Set realistic goals. Instead of aiming for perfection, focus on making progress. Celebrate your efforts and learn from your setbacks. Limit social media. Try to reduce the time you spend comparing your life to others' highlight reels. Instead, use that time to engage in activities that truly bring you joy. Remember, the path to happiness is a journey, not a destination. It's about making consistent small choices that add up to a more fulfilling life. It's about learning to appreciate what you have while still working towards your goals. It's about finding joy in the process of growth and self-discovery. As we wrap up this exploration of why you might not be finding happiness, let's recap the main points we've covered. Happiness isn't a destination, but a journey and a skill we can develop. True happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. Comparing ourselves to others, especially on social media, can hinder our happiness. Gratitude is a powerful tool for increasing our sense of well-being. Perfectionism can be a barrier to happiness. It's important to appreciate progress over perfection. Living in the present moment is crucial for experiencing happiness. Self-care is not selfish, but necessary for our well-being. Avoiding difficult emotions can actually decrease our capacity for happiness. Happiness is a skill that can be learned and improved over time. Now, as you move forward from this video, I want to leave you with a question to ponder. What's one small step you can take today to cultivate more happiness in your life? Remember, it doesn't have to be a grand gesture or a complete life overhaul. Sometimes, the smallest changes can lead to the biggest improvements in our happiness and well-being. Your happiness matters. It's not just a luxury or an afterthought, it's an essential part of living a fulfilling life. By understanding the obstacles that might be holding you back and learning to develop your happiness skills, you're taking an important step towards a more joyful, satisfying life. As you go about your day, try to be mindful of the thoughts and behaviors that influence your happiness. Notice when you fall into patterns of comparison or perfectionism. Pay attention to moments of joy and gratitude, no matter how small. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate difficult emotions. And remember, every moment is an opportunity to practice and strengthen your happiness skills. Happiness isn't about having a perfect life or feeling good all the time. It's about finding contentment and joy even amidst life's challenges. It's about cultivating resilience and a positive outlook that can carry you through both good times and bad. It's about creating a life that feels meaningful and satisfying to you, regardless of what anyone else thinks or does. As you continue on your journey towards greater happiness, remember that you're not alone. Everyone struggles with these issues at times. What matters is that you're taking steps to understand yourself better and to actively cultivate more happiness in your life. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of happiness. I hope you found some insights that resonate with you and some practical ideas you can apply in your own life. Remember, the power to increase your happiness lies within you. It's a skill you can develop, a muscle you can strengthen, a garden you can tend. With patience, practice, and self-compassion, you can create a life filled with more joy, contentment, and fulfillment. So, as you go forward from here, I encourage you to be curious about your happiness. Pay attention to what truly brings you joy. Notice the little moments of beauty and connection in your day. Be kind to yourself as you work on developing your happiness skills. And always remember that you are worthy of happiness, just as you are, right now. Your journey to happiness is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, no magic formula that works for everyone. It's about discovering what resonates with you, what aligns with your values and aspirations. It's about creating a life that feels authentic and meaningful to you. As you move forward, consider keeping a happiness journal. This can be a simple notebook where you jot down things that make you happy, moments of gratitude, or reflections on your progress. Over time, this can become a powerful tool for understanding what truly contributes to your happiness and for tracking your growth. Remember, too, that setbacks are a normal part of any journey. There will be days when happiness feels out of reach, when old habits resurface, or when life throws unexpected challenges your way. These moments don't negate your progress. They're opportunities for learning and growth. Treat them with curiosity rather than judgment. Consider sharing your happiness journey with others. Talk to friends or family about what you're learning. You might find that they're on similar journeys, and you can support and inspire each other. Or you might inspire someone else to start their own exploration of happiness. Lastly, don't forget the power of giving and connecting with others. Acts of kindness, volunteering, or simply being there for a friend can significantly boost our own happiness. We're social creatures, and positive connections with others are a vital component of a happy life. As we come to the end of this video, I want to thank you for your attention and your willingness to explore this important topic. Remember, the pursuit of happiness is not selfish or trivial, it's a fundamental part of living a good life. By working on your own happiness, you're not only improving your own life, but also positively impacting those around you. So, what will your next step be on your happiness journey? What small change will you make today? The path to greater happiness starts with a single step, and that step is yours to take. Trust in your ability to grow, to learn, and to cultivate more joy in your life. You have everything you need within you to start this journey. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of happiness. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to take charge of your own happiness. Remember, you are the author of your own story, the gardener of your own happiness. With patience, persistence, and self-compassion, you can create a life filled with more joy, contentment, and fulfillment than you ever thought possible.